Ah, hi, hater. You, you get to quit trying to know what it looks like. You get caught up in trying to make the numbers that you forget that it's not about making the numbers. The question is, did you follow your strategy enough? Did you follow your plan, your rules? Were you aligning yourself with taking good trades? Now this is a drawdown that is mentally hurting, emotionally hurting, because I bought this account in hopes of not the thrill but to make things better. I bought this account to get myself sorted, to get myself started, and this is how it looks. By 4, this it hurts. It hurts. It hurts because my question is why? My question is really why? But God pushed me that far. God pushed me to as far as getting the account. So now I have to work on it. And working on it doesn't mean that it'll just go straight to profit. And it does not mean that I will not be in a losing streak. I was literally in a losing streak throughout the week. Each and every entry I took was just smashed through, and stop loss was quickly taken off. Okay, now if you look at this German DT is most likely going to push up, maybe be in a consolidation for the rest of the year, but we look at it, this is a 3-month time frame, and this is what I'm seeing. This German dirty, and it's pushing up. Now we have this high. This is the utmost high that I wanna see how they are going to violate it. And yeah, for now I'm gonna be trading towards the high, and maybe you can see in the account, maybe you can see in the videos or some of the things I posted, I have been trading JPY, and my bias wise I'm always accurate. Entry is always poor, and that's where I get stopped out, and that's where I get in a losing streak. So where were we? So it's the next day. I think if you can hear, there was a door opening in the previous slide. There was a door opening, so I got distracted because I live with roomies, and yeah, people can just come and go as they want. So I got distracted, and now it's the next day. This is another thing why I need to trade, so I can get myself in trades. So yeah. So like I was saying, I'm just gonna recap because it's the next day. But I was saying this is a range. this traded back to optimal trade entry. So if we look at stuff from here, we traded from a place of optimal trade entry, and we are expecting German 30 to keep pushing up German 40. And yeah, I've decided that I'm gonna got back into indices. I'm gonna continue with forex, like KJPY, but I'm also gonna do German 30. So I'm gonna kind of build a watch list because I need frequency. So moving from that to this, we can now kind of sort of see the squeeze as to the market just quickly closed back into the range of some certain down close candle. And there's one thing about down close candles. Down close candles often support price. So in all the things I'm doing on the lower time frame, I'm not looking for price to come beneath this, because this is a strong area that is supposed to hold price higher. So I'm not looking for price to break below this. Yeah, I'm not looking to see it break below this, and breaking below this would mean that in this week, like this whole week here, we have something that we left and we need to pull back to, which it could happen because now you can see. So on the weekly we have a range, and it is like a new week. So the time when I was showing my drawdown and when I started analyzing the charts, it was a Sunday. So now it's a Monday, and yeah, so it's a new week, and this is what we see. Like I said, that I'm looking for price to sort of not come back here until at least take the highs. So I'm just looking for price to head straight up here, and then maybe we can kind of pull back. But for now, I'm just looking for price to just go higher. Coming on to the daily, things have been, I don't know, I've failed to understand how the market is kind of moving. So I can always reference a place of liquidity to say price has to still break above this high, and it is often the case that a break above a high or below a low, it is always going to impact how price moves. So of course we are still on the way to the most major high, but we need to acknowledge every pivot point, or okay, maybe let me not use the terms that I really can't afford to use. It's not a pivot point, but it's a key level. It's a key level. So yeah. So on the daily we expect. Okay, so today you can just pull above, just above that. Price can just pull above that, and maybe after it pulls above that, it can draw a bit lower for the week before it goes much more higher. So now I'm seeing a whole lot of other things in the range. We cannot confirm for now that this is it's not a break. It can be a breakaway gap. It can be. You see. So this is another part of future forecast that I'm probably gonna look for price to print back to this area, and maybe that's what I'm saying, we'll go above here, then you come back here, and then we finally break the most major low. Yep. But again, that's just a forecast, and I intend to do this analysis daily, so we'll keep on seeing how things go. So on the 1 hour, I like to separate my weeks. So this is Monday, right? This is how, so that I can kind of frame a weekly profile. And maybe let's go back to the previous Monday and just have a clear perspective of the previous week's range as to if price pulled back into the previous week's range, where would it pull back to? So already you can see that there isn't much, really there isn't much that price can try to attain from the previous week. This was a sweep. Let me put it like this. This for me, this was a little sweep, and maybe in the future we wanna reference that and say just price might come back, because the sweep is, I don't know, it's a bit clean. But for now, we're still focusing on trying to get to that high, and I kind of want to see which, I don't think this high is the high. Yeah, this high is not the high that I'm looking for. So yeah, we somewhat want to trade up to this high, and then from this high, then we'll see what we do. Okay, let's make these 1 hour. Let's make these 1 hour. Yeah, and it's kind of still pretty far. Like this whole range. This whole range is kind of still pretty far, and we can see here that we just took a high. We just took previous week's high, right? That I'm sure this is like Friday's price action, and we just took a high, and it can either give us a continuation or a little bit of a pullback to inside the range. This range, maybe let me acknowledge all of it, and I'm gonna say this range, but of course we still don't have an area above where we're gonna say it's starting to show that it's gonna come back. So we don't have a confirmation that it's gonna reverse. So I'm thinking to myself, we might actually go above, and this would be an area that we are most likely to pull back from, when price goes something like this. or maybe even worse, we just come down here. But again, the relative strength will show as to where Gem30 is trying to go. So for now, let's acknowledge that we took the high. It's okay, we took the high, and now we're gonna go to our bellwether. And here I also like to separate days so that I see as to the previous day. What happened in the previous day? Are we supposed to take the high or the low? And which point of liquidity would form our point of interest? So really, I just like to, this is Friday, I just like to separate days, because now we can sort of see that we went above Friday's high, and this just means that there's a strong, like super strong strength towards the upside. So we're getting really bullish. You know, another thing I want to touch on, okay, I think I'll touch on it on another video. Let's just focus on seeing what we do. I think I've went on for like some time, and there's no more room for me to keep going. I can't make so much long videos. So yeah, for now this is what we see, and the time now is 10:26 South African time. So it's still like London session really, because London session just started in the previous hour. So yeah, we wanna see how price goes. And for now, it's kind of too tight for me. It hasn't yet opened up, but again, it's a Monday. Intentionally, we intend to not hold anything on a Monday. So usually it would be the case that we choose to sit the day out and just watch how price is going to print and what is going to show to us. Again, that is going to help me start with my weekly profile and my next day daily profile to see, okay, now that I see that Monday did this with reference to what I'm looking for higher, then I'm then gonna say, does it conform to how I'm thinking it's going to develop? And if it doesn't, then you know that there's a way in which you analyzed that was close to inaccurate. So welcome to Divine Entries, and thank you for tuning in. Please do like and subscribe. Yeah, let's just see where my journey goes. Thank you.